The MiG-21F Fishbed is a supersonic short-range attack fighter and the first-generation production aircraft of the popular MiG-21 series. The prototype of this aircraft, the E-5, first flew in 1955 and appeared to the public during Soviet Aviation Day at Tushino Airfield, Moscow in June 1956. During the Vietnam War, this aircraft was used to attack the United States aircraft fleet, also used in the Arab-Israeli War, including the Six-Day War and Yom Kippur War, the India-Pakistan War, the Yemen crisis and various wars in various parts of the Third World, so it deserves to be dubbed the AK-47 in the air, or sharp pebbles from the east, because initially the West, especially the United States, underestimated this aircraft. More than 30 countries in the world, including allies of the United States, use this aircraft. At least 15 versions of the MiG-21 have been produced, some produced outside the Soviet Union. Approximately 8,000 of these aircraft have been produced. The Soviets granted China a license to manufacture the MiG-21 and its engines in 1961, and the first production of the J-7, G-7 fighter aircraft 7, using Chinese-made components began in early 1964. January 17, 1966, and production from Chengdu, the J-7A began in June 1967. Subsequent modifications included development of the J-72/J-7B, which began in 1975 with production recognized in September 1979. Development of the F-7M and the J-73 started in 1981. The J-73 is a Chinese-made fighter equivalent to the MiG-21MF. Notably the redesign of the J-72, the first flight of the J-73 on April 26, 1984, which was a joint production between Chengdu and Guizhou, GAIC. The J-73 aircraft entered service with the Chinese Air Force, PLA Air Force, and the Navy. 1992, with production continuing. Another production is the F-7M Air Guard type aircraft, whose production began in December 1984. In 1988, China sent the first 20 units of 60 F-7M Skybolts to Pakistan. As an effort to increase the ability of Karachi wants to be above the capabilities of the Grumman Sabre II, or F-7P. Production of Super 7 was suspended as the United States withdrew its technical support and assistance due to the 1989 Tiananmen events. The plane uses a delta wing, with one turbojet engine in the fuselage, with a small round air intake in the nose of the aircraft, and has a single exhaust. Long fuselage with blunt nose and bubble canopy. There is a fin on the belly of the rear fuselage. It has an erect caudal fin that tilts back. In the J-7FS modification, a radar was added by reconfiguring the air intake, namely Super 7, by upgrading the total front of the aircraft by adding a larger aircraft radar than the previous version and placing the air intake hole on the fuselage where in the previous version, when previously no changes were made. In 1989, China's average monthly production was an average of 14 aircraft per month, mainly for exports. The J-7 aircraft were mass-produced by China, to replace the J-6, the Chinese version of the MiG-19. In 1995, it was projected that production of the J-7 would continue into the next decade, adding to the total production close to 1,000 aircraft in 2005, but in fact the PLA Air Force, China, inventory is 500 aircraft. Production is likely to end. The MiG-21 aircraft was acquired by the United States through the Foreign Materiel Acquisition/Exploitation Program, marked with the YF-110.